start recording. Alright everybody, how y'all doing? Welcome back to my channel. I'm here with week 3 of fantasy football scores and highlights. Yeah, y'all see the disgustingness on my face. I am now on 3 in my league. I have, basically with fantasy football, we all gotta wait till Monday night to end. So basically get your scores Tuesday and then you make your changes Wednesday. But in my scenario, I wait till Wednesday and I start making changes on Thursday. So right now, all my changes gonna be made on Thursday because I got to go through everything and I got to go through who's good and who's not on my team, and I gotta go ahead and pick up who's the best quality, not quantity, quality. Who's gonna average at least over 10 points plus a game, and then can go ahead on and do their thing. So let's go ahead and get into the scores and highlights because I am doing bad, and let's do this. Alrighty, let's go ahead and drop that. Now, in week 3, I took a beating. High quality H2O spanked me 121.44 to 87.58. Now keep in mind I am now on 3 in the league now, and I'm dead last. So I got to go ahead and fix that. The powerhouses was high quality H2O was Ezekiel Elliott had 26.6 points. Mike Evans had 18.6 points. C. Edwards Hilaire had 16.9 points. On my team, I had Big Daddy Tom Brady did 28.68. Cooks had 20.7, and Carson, my main top running back, gave me 16.2 points. Now moving right along to Team 2s. Team 2s did 116.9 as Team Freco spanked him 131 to 74.74. Gave him a big smash down. On Team 2s, his hitters was Patrick Mahomes had 22.9, D. Metcalf had 22.7, and C. Goodwin had 19.6 points. As Team Freco, D. Adams was a beast, had 31.2 points. K. Hunt had 27.5, and Aaron Rodgers had 19.4 points. Now, I think this might be Aaron Rodgers last year. You just see he's just disgusted. It's just not the same Aaron Rodgers we saw throughout the years of the league and throughout the years in the season. So here he's more disgusted. He's just not happy. I just want Aaron Rodgers to go ahead and make that decision at the end of the league. What are you going to do? Are you going to get traded and play a couple more years, or he's going to go ahead and call it quits? Whatever Aaron Rodgers do, I'm all in for. He's a dynamic quarterback. He did his thing with Green Bay, etc. in the NFL all the way. So more props to Aaron Rodgers. He's just not the same, because we know Aaron Rodgers score about 25 to 28 points per game. Now he's scoring a minimum 18 to 20 points a game. So it's not the same Aaron Rodgers we know. And the crappy DeMartini spanked Team Powell 140.52 to 132.04. On Team Powell team, his hitters was Jay Hubert 30.84. K. Allen had 19 points, and the Cleveland defense had 18 points. Those are his power hitters. And D. Crapper Martini, his power hitters was C. Cup, had 30.6. Matt Stafford had 29.52, and N. Harris had 28.2. Now, Team Roberts and Team Fritz. Team Fritz came up with the win, spanking Team Roberts to 134.32 to 85.44. Top performers on Team Roberts was A. Kamara, had 20.8. K. Murray had 18.54, and Jay Sanders had only 10 points. On Team Fritz side, Jay Allen was a powerhouse. He had 37.22 points, as E. Keller had 22.7 points, and D. Henry had 19.4. Now, last but not least, Team Burton spanked Team Thick Pen to 168.02 to 75.02. Top performers on Team Burton side was Jay Jefferson had 26.8, D. Swift had 23.7, Shaquan Barkley had 21.4. On Team Thick Pen side, he had A. Gibson had 17.4, Russell Wilson had 16.62, and C. Ridley had 14.1. Now, with my league here, and it's getting pitiful. So I'm gonna go through the box scores. But I'm gonna go through week 4 of who we playing in week 4. Week 4, I am battling up Team Fritz. Now, projected total points, Team Fritz edged me by 137.8 to my 114.3. Team Power play high quality H2O. Team Power supposedly spank. These are just projection scores, so they're just a projection of what the outcome might be. Team Power might beat high quality H2O 130.1 to 119.1. Moving right along. Team Furco supposedly to beat Team Roberts 122.2 to 118.1, as Team Twos take a spanking by Team Burton to 128.2 to 118.9, and the crappy D Martini gets spanked by Team Thick Pen with 129.0 to 121.7. Now keep in mind, these just projection scores. Now, as I always say, is that the players might score that point, might score those points, or might not. So it is what it is. So now let's go into the to week 3 box scores of what did I do wrong and what I need to do. Because right now, if I continue to keep going winless, I might just go ahead and call the season over with, because right now I am struggling heavy and I'm struggling bad. As you know, high quality H2O beat me 121.44 to 87.58. As I went over his powerhouse was right there. His powerhouse was Daniel Jones of New York Jets quarterback. Ezekiel had 26.6. Daniel Jones, the quarterback of New York Giants, had 16.54. Wasn't good enough for my Tom Brady, who scored 28.68. He had Clyde Edwards-Helaire, had 16.9. Mike Evans was a beast for the Tampa Bay at 18.6, and everything just light. So the Patriots defense had 5.0. Miles Sanders as a flex had 8.5, and Dallas Goedert had 8.6, and Matt Gay had 11 points. On my side of the team is Team Tom Brady. Big Daddy Brady had 28.68. Chris Carson had 16.7, and Kenyon Drake had 8.7. He was sharing the backfield. He was doing his thing, but the Dolphins defense kept him in check. So, you know, and then to overtime, that's when the running back stopped breaking loose and they won the game. So to 31-28, Dolphins put up 28 points, but that's, like I said, the offensive line for the Dolphins. I'm a Team Dolphins. Y'all need to get it together on the offensive line, because if you don't, y'all going to go ahead and get Brisket hurt, and then we're just going to be limited to our third string quarterback. Y'all already got Tua killed, broken ribs. So it is what it is. Now, Robbie Anderson, you had a bummy game last week. You was projected to get 12.4. I expected you to get 18.5, but you got 1.8. You will be sitting the bench next week. Brandon Cooks did good. He did 20.7. Gronkowski, he average. He had 9.5. Usually he scored about 28, 29 points, but they kept him out the end zone. T. Higgins, you'll be sitting the bench. I cannot have players that's not doing their thing. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, -3. That's horrible. And y'all lost against the Rams, so y'all gave up 34 points. That's mediocre-ish right there. Why Ryan Scott, whatever his name is, got 5.5 points for me, which is good. But my kickers usually get me about 8 to 9 points a game, so I'm going to have to go ahead and find me a new kicker, because this is not happening for me. Meanwhile, on the bench, Lamar Jackson scored 19.28 points. Noah Fant had 3.5. He's just a tight end, so when Grunk's on break, I'm going to have to go and put some heavy power hitters in the game. Waddle, he's showing some good impressive as a rookie, so he will be going in next week, guaranteed, with Jacoby Myers. I'm putting them in because right now I'm putting Jacoby Myers where Robbie Anderson will be at, and Higgins will be where Waddle will be at. So those, I'm swapping the bench. Latavius Murray is out of here. I can't have you on the bench muscling 3 points a game. That's idiots. I'm gonna have to find some new defense because the cheap defense lost against the LA Chargers 24-30, and they scored -1 point. Bucks scored -3. They need to wake it up. My defense scores me about at least 8 to 10 points a game. And James White, which I know that you was going to lose against the Saints because the Saints are very stingy in the red zone. So, and the rookie quarterback, it's not finding you like how Tom Brady found you, because you was basically Tom Brady go-to guy. You and Gronk was basically Tom Brady go-to guy when he was with the Patriots. So, but now you must have 0.6 points. My total bench was 61.38. His total bench was 94.3. And look at that, DJ Murray, 20 points. Chase Claypool, 18.6. His other Henry Ruggs, 12.5. Alexander Madison, 23.1. And the Arizona wide receiver Christian Kirk, 17.4. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power hitters. Get that thing on the bench. So meanwhile, what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to make some changes. As I mentioned, those changes, I'm taking those 2 receivers out, Robbie Anderson and T. Higgins. I'm putting in Waddle, and I'm putting in Myers. So they going into the lineup. And I'm going to have to find some running backs and a kicker. So I'll be doing that all tomorrow. And I hope I go ahead and get a win. If I don't, then it's over for me, automatic. You know, you can't come from an 0-4 deficit and make the playoffs by at least ranked number 3. I have done it before, but I had good promising players, so I got to find them now. I'm going over to the league standings. Go to league home right quick. I'm going to my league standings, and right now it's not looking good for me. Just like I said, I am dead last. Team Fritz is 2 wins, 1 loss. Team Roberts 2 wins, 1 loss. High Quality H2O 2 wins, 1 loss. Team Furco got 1 win, 2 losses, and old Big Daddy Team Clean, that's me crying for help. I am 0-3. I am 2 games behind. I have a 3% chance of making the playoffs. That's what. Well, these 2 big boys here, they're going to make the playoffs. So, on the West End, and the crapper DeMartini is leading the league in the West. He's 3-0. Team Burton with 2 wins, 1 loss. Team Thick Pen 2 wins, 1 loss. Team Twos 1 win, 2 loss. And old Big Daddy Team Power sitting at the bottom like me. 0 win, 3 losses. 3 games behind. He has 37% chance of making the playoffs. And they gave me a low percentage of making the playoffs. So at least I have faith. But here, this is no faith. This is why I got to go ahead on there and make the changes now. So I'm going to go ahead on and get on that tomorrow. I got to go ahead on and find me a good quality running back, some good defensive players, a good defensive starting team, as well as a good solid kicker. You know, kickers, you can go ahead and rotate in and out. It's not an issue. But here, I got to rotate because scoring 6 points and 5 points a game, it's just not cutting it for me. I need 3 points. I need the extra points. I need everything the kicker could throw out. So, I gotta go ahead and do my thing for me to go ahead on and get into the win bracket here. So right now I'm struggling bad, and it's not good. So somebody please help me. What should I do? If y'all got any good quality running backs that, you know, I guess, like I said, I got to scout the league just to find a good quality running back. Cause White is on the cutting board right now, as well as Lamar. So it is what it is. I want to thank y'all for watching. It's a great segment of I go down through the fantasy scores and highlights of week 3. I'm getting ready for week 4. Just like I said, I gotta make those changes. So I want to thank y'all for watching. If you like this, hit the like button on the way out. Subscribe to my channel. I got more sports fantasy news coming y'all way. Y'all take it easy. I love y'all. See y'all in week 4. Peace.